Madridistas, we're back to Champions League football as this Tuesday we take on Borussia Dortmund in a rematch of the 2024 Champions League final, which of course Real Madrid won 2-0. In this video, I'm going to be telling you what's different between this version of BVB and the one we faced last time, giving you my starting 11 for Real Madrid, and of course, my official match prediction. But before we get started, if you're new around here, I'm Dally with Dallyfc, and I cover all things Real Madrid. At the end of the video, if you like the content and you want to see more from myself, please hit that subscribe button. Right now, smash that like button, it helps me out a ton, and let me know in the comments what's your official match prediction for us against BVB. You know, coming into this match, the last time we played BVB was again in the Champions League final where we won 2-0. Carvajal got a goal in that one, and Vinny got a goal in that one, and Courtois was my man in the match in that one. Fantastic performance by Courtois, coming off the ACL, coming straight into the starting 11 and getting us a clean sheet in that one. Now, what is difference between the time we faced them last in June and now at the end of October? A couple different things. Well, first of all, their front three that we saw last time with Füllkrug, with Jadon Sancho, and then with Adeyemi is now gone. Now, two of them have left, with Jadon Sancho now moving on to Chelsea, and then Füllkrug is now with West Ham as well. And then the thing with Adeyemi is he actually just delivered a brilliant performance the other day for them as they won 7-1 against Celtic, whatever you want to call them. And unfortunately in that game, he probably could have even got 4 or 5 goals. Unfortunately for BVB, Adeyemi actually got hurt in that one, and he will be missing this match against Real Madrid. So good for Real Madrid, bad for BVB in this one. Now, what does their lineup look like now? Well, as you can see on the screen, this was their starting 11 that BVB rolled out there last time. And this is a very different lineup. You know, we still have some of the names that you might have saw last time. You know, Sabitzer's out there. Sabitzer's fantastic player. If you watch him in the Euros, great player. You have Brandt out there as well. And then I'm going to probably butcher his name, but let me know in the comments if I get it right. I don't think I will. Girassi, their striker, very good striker. In the last couple games for Bundesliga, he has 4 goals right now. And I think he's probably one of the players that we really need to be watching right now, as well as Julian Brandt as well. Julian Brandt right now has 3 assists. And you might be wondering, you know, how is BVB doing right now? Well, currently they sit at 7th in Bundesliga with 4 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. But the biggest thing right now, they actually sit number 1 in Champions League. You know, it's a new format this year. They are currently first place right now with 2 wins, and then they also have a 10-1 goal difference right now. So they actually have been flying high. Now, granted, 7 of those goals did come against a Celtic team, whatever you want to call them, and where they absolutely demolished them. And again, Adeyemi in that game got a hat trick, I believe, in like the first half as well. So they were very good with him. Now, him missing this game is a huge blow for him. He's probably one of the better left wings in the world right now. He might be borderline top 10 player right now in terms of left wings, I would say. But again, I would watch out for Girassi and Brandt and then Sabitzer as well. Those are definitely the 3 players I think if you're watching BVB, look out for those 3. I think I'm very concerned about those 3. Now, what can we expect coming into this game for Real Madrid? Switching over, what did we look like the last time we were out there? Over this weekend, this was the lineup that we rolled out there. And this is kind of like a Christmas tree sort of lineup. You know, you have 3 at the back, you know, with Tchouameni dropping deeper, with Rudiger on the left center back, Militao right center back, Fran Garcia and Lucas Vazquez as wing backs as well, and then Camavinga, Valverde as defensive mids. And then I didn't love this position for Bellingham. Let me know what you guys think. Did not love this position for Bellingham, almost like a right attacking mid. And really, you know, with Vinny and Mbappe, the last time they were out there, just the way that they play, they tend to continue to move on the left. And so really Bellingham in this game kind of became more of a right wing, which, what are we doing? Like that is not his position. So I will not be rolling out this lineup, and I'm hoping that Carlo Ancelotti is watching this video. I know he's a subscriber, so maybe Carlo, but this would be the official lineup that I'd be rolling out there. And as you can see on the screen, this is back to what I think is my preferred lineup, the 4-3-3, with, I think, the player I want to highlight first, but let's just jump into it with him. Rodrigo. Rodrigo is in the starting lineup, and there's a lot of things that we need to be talking about with Rodrigo. First of all, Rodrigo is at his best when the lights are the brightest and then there's stars on the football. And that, of course, means Champions League football. We're back with it. And for Rodrigo, I think he needs to be getting the start. He's one of our better players that we have anyways. And just attacking-wise, we really need to be getting goals. You know, I hate having to rely on individual brilliance time in and time out to get these goals. And so I believe having Rodrigo out there, we've looked a little better, I think, personally, when we do have the 4-3-3. We haven't looked great at all this year, but I do think we look a little better when he is out there as well. So I would like to see Rodrigo get the start at right wing. Couple things I want to see from Rodrigo is let's create chances. Let's be a playmaker, linking up with Mbappe, linking up with Vinny, and really himself. Let's continue to be clinical in the finishing. We've seen a couple of fantastic goals from Rodrigo this year. I really need to see that from Rodrigo in this one as well. And for me as well, I really need him to stay wide at right. So that's what I want from Rodrigo in this one. Now, looking at the rest of this lineup, I have VMR up top, Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo. Midfield of Bellingham, Camavinga is my new 6. I prefer him over Tchouaméni, and I'll tell you why in a second. And Fede Valverde out there as well. I am a little concerned with the fatigue that Jude Bellingham and Fede are dealing with right now, just because they go play 90 minutes for England and then Uruguay. They go play basically 90 minutes. Bellingham played 90 minutes. I think Fede Valverde only played like 63, but he's been playing 90 minutes almost every single match for us. I think he's rested 2 times. So I am a little concerned about how are they doing in terms of fitness level right now. Are they exhausted? Definitely. They're definitely exhausted. So look out for both of them. A little curious how they're going to be doing in this one. Now, the back 4, I, of course, have Fran Garcia. I mentioned it in the last video. I thought he was really good in the last one. Offensively on the attack, I think he helps a lot. Defensively, does he leave a lot to be desired? Absolutely, but I think Fran can help out on the attack, and what we can be doing later is we can bring in on Ferland Mendy as well. Now, the last 3, I think it's a little different. I think Rudiger obviously is the choice at left center back. Right center back, I am going back with Tchouaméni. I think Tchouaméni needs to be a center back moving forward. It gives us a little more rotation in terms of having Rudiger, Militao, and Tchouaméni. I think you can kind of rotate those 3 in terms of starting 11 or starting lineup for them. I am actually moving and doing Militao at right back in this one. And the reason why, I'm curious how this will look, because I'm also kind of in my head, what does this look like for Barcelona coming up this coming weekend, which I can't wait to be talking about. But I would rather see Militao get some minutes here to start this game, and we can be a little more defensive on this side of the ball, where we have Fran Garcia kind of bombing on the left-hand side. I want to see what Militao looks like at the right back position. And really, I'm more curious to see, defensively, I know he's going to do well, but I also want to see how does he link up on the attack. Is he playing deeper here? I do think we could be seeing Lucas Vazquez, and honestly, we probably will be seeing Lucas Vazquez get the start. I just didn't think that he had the best game in the last one. I think the goal that we gave up, I really do think that was his fault in that one. So I would like to see a little something different here. You could also possibly see maybe if we drop Fede Valverde deeper, and maybe we could bring on Arda Güler playing the Fede Valverde role, the right center mid, kind of overlapping a little with Rodrigo. I would not mind that as well. So let me know what you guys think of the lineup in the comments below, if you would do anything different, and let me know what you would do for your starting 11 lineup. Now, a couple other players I wanted to mention. Of course, the man of the match for me in the last one, and the one I really think needs to be coming on a little more and more, is Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe in the last one, I thought he was very good. The goal was a golazo, fantastic goal from him. And really, I just liked the movement from him. I liked the link up with Vinny in that one as well. And he was just a constant attack and constant threat against them as well. And so I'm hoping Mbappe can continue to do that. Now, the things I need from Mbappe, let's up the shots. And I want good shot quality when I say this, but in the last match, we only took 10 shots in total. And I think Mbappe had, it was 2 or 3. I would like that to be at least double. I want to see like 6 to, ideally, I would like to see like 7 shots from him with like at least 4 on target, because if we're only taking 10 shots a game, first of all, how are you expected to get goals if you're not taking shots? You have to shoot the ball. And so I would like Mbappe to up the chances on his shots and like up the shots just in general. Need that a little more. Same thing with Mbappe. I want more runs through the middle and on the right-hand side. He loves going to the left, but I think for us to be a little more versatile, kind of a little more dynamic with the play, I would like to see more runs, and maybe Camavinga can give him a through ball through the middle. Fede Valverde can give him a through ball, and then we can attack from the right-hand side too, and that way the defense isn't as reliant on, Vinny and Mbappe being in the same spot at the same time. So that's really what I need to see from Mbappe in this one. And the last thing with Mbappe, if you're going to be pressing it, actually press. Don't pseudo press. I've talked about it before. There seems to be times where he actually fakes his effort in the press, and don't fake it. Either don't do it at all, or if you're going to do it, actually do it with full effort as well. So either way works for me. I would prefer him pressing if he's going to be doing it, but let's not pseudo press. So that's what I need from Mbappe in this one. Now, the next player I wanted to mention is Jude Bellingham. First of all, Jude Bellingham straight away back to left center mid. I do not want to see that right center mid, right attacking mid, right wing. I don't even know what Carlo was thinking on that one. Not a fan of that at all. So back to where I think he belongs. And that is, of course, at left center mid, where he can link up with Vinny, with Mbappe, and really just be the playmaker that he is. The same thing I want to talk about with Bellingham. A lot of people, I've seen some different people praise Bellingham for his effort in the last one. And then I've seen some people saying, what is he doing? I think my biggest thing, I love the effort that we see from Bellingham. I just think that he needs to choose when to exert yourself. And I'll explain this. I love the effort, but you don't always need to be slide tackling, trying to get these balls, at the top left corner, at the top right corner. You don't always need to be doing that. I appreciate the effort. It's just the risk reward. Like, what do you get out of this? You might get a throw in. Maybe. I would like him to exert his energy a little more when it comes to making a run, a counter attack, something like that, or really if he needs to get back on defense, because otherwise, when it comes to 80th minute, the last 10 minutes, he's absolutely exhausted. So I, again, choose when to exert your energy. I think that's the best thing that Bellingham needs to be doing. Last thing for Bellingham, for me, he still has not yet to get on the board. I don't think he has an assist either. Let's take some more shots. There's way too many times I think right now with Bellingham, he's not taking shots. And I think that as a whole, Real Madrid, we really need to be taking a lot more shots. But for Bellingham specifically, I would like a lot more shots from him. And I just want him to be a little more involved in the attack, running into the box, trying to get a header, trying to get a tap and goal, something like that. That's really what I think we need to be seeing from Jude Bellingham in this one. Now, the last two players I wanted to note, I'm not sure if they're going to be subs in this game, or I'm not sure if they're going to be starters. I would prefer one of them to be possibly a starter and one of them to be a sub that we see moving forward, not only this game, but more games to come. And that, of course, is Arda Güler and Luka Modric. Now, first, let's talk about Arda Güler. First of all, right now, apparently there's a little division between Carlo Ancelotti and his son, Davide Ancelotti. And so apparently Davide Ancelotti actually wants to see Arda Güler a lot more. And I'm hoping that he can win over Carlo, and really we can see Arda Güler come out here and get a lot more minutes. And the reason why I say that is because we really, right now, we lack somebody who is creative in this midfield. I love Jude Bellingham. I love Camavinga. I love Fede Valverde. But first of all, Jude Bellingham and Fede Valverde are box-to-box midfielders, right? They will exert a ton of effort. They will help you out on defense. They will help you out on attack. But I don't really think either of them, maybe Jude a little more than Fede, will give you that perfect through ball that will help create chances through the middle of the park. I do think Camavinga, we've seen that from him before. But again, I think he's playing a little deeper role. And so right now with those three, I don't think any of them are as creative as an Arda Güler, as a Luka Modric. And so I would not mind seeing Arda Güler get the start in this one. And again, it's really for him to be able to come out there and create chances. And there's a lot of different ways he can do that. We've seen him link up fantastically well with Kylian Mbappe before, giving him really good through ball through the middle, as well as one of the things I really value from Arda Güler. And I think he's one of the best in the world at this already, even at 19 years old, is his set piece ability, and specifically his corner taking ability. When he delivers corners, these are the best corners I have seen in a long time. They are on a plate for a Rudiger, for a Tchouaméni, for a Militao to come out there and head the ball in. I would like to see Arda Güler come out there more and, again, create those chances. Same thing goes with Luka Modric. He came on in the last one, and really this is where I want to see him, coming on and getting 30 minutes max. I do not want to see him starting, because at 39 years old, even though Luka Modric can come and give us good 30 minutes, 45 minutes at max, I don't think he can play 70-ish minutes. And so I really don't want to see that from Luka. But if Luka can come on and give us 30 minutes like he did in the last one, and get the assist to Vinny, and delivering these perfect through balls, these perfect passes, and being the playmaker that he is and the brain that he has, I really want to see that from Luka Modric as well moving forward. I think both of them are the most creative players that we have on the team, and they need to be playing a lot more moving forward. So guys, when it comes to my official match prediction for this one, not only is this a very important game for Real Madrid, but this is a very important week for Real Madrid, with BVB on Tuesday, and then with El Clasico coming up on Saturday as well. Can't wait to be talking about this one. This really is kind of a measuring stick week for Real Madrid, and really a week we can finally kind of set our expectations for not only Champions League football, but La Liga as well. I think it's very important for us to see how do we do in both of these, because if these both are wins, I think sky is the limit with this team. If they're both losses, we might have to have a reality check and really check in what is our expectations for this team moving forward. Now, when it comes to this match in particular. We just beat this team. Now, granted, completely different team, as we discussed already, compared to the last time. But there's still a lot of players that we have seen before. Kobel we've seen before. Brandt we've seen before. Sabitzer we've seen before. But we're a different team too. We are missing Kroos, but you add in Kylian Mbappe, and I believe that will be the difference for us in this game. That is why I'll be going with Real Madrid winning the game at home 3-1 against BVB. And I think Mbappe, again, continues this hot streak that I believe he will finally be on. And I think Mbappe gets 2 in this one. And again, Vinny got a goal in the last one. I think he gets a goal in this one as well. Not only did he get a goal in the last game, he got a last goal in the last time we played BVB as well. So I'm saying Mbappe 2 goals and Vinny with 1 goal as well. And I think Rodrigo gets an assist in this one as well. So, and of course, the goal that we give up, probably a defensive mislap. It is what it is. I think right now that's kind of what's happening with this team. So again, guys, my official match prediction, Real Madrid 3, BVB 1. If you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do. I'm trying to build a relationship with you, and I want you to see more of these videos moving forward as well. So definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit that like button. I really appreciate it a ton. Also, shout out to Me Master for becoming a member. If you guys want to become a member too, hit the link in the description to become a member. Super fun emojis, super fun perks as well in there. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This has been Dally with Dallyfc. Cheers, Hala Madrid.